Hello everyone, welcome back to This Not That, where we compare a common mistake in the business intelligence world with the best practice. Today we're going to be looking at stage 2, the ETL side of things. Welcome back. My name is Hobbs, and today we're going to talk about stage 2 of the business intelligence process. Specifically, a conversation I had with a manager a while back. I was leading a Power BI class, and a manager and an analyst had come in together to take this class and learn more about the tool that we were talking through. Now, the manager had been frustrated with the analyst's work because she was trying to interpret the code that he was using for his calculated fields. The difficulty she was running into is they were very difficult to read. She was trying to walk through and figure out, well, how do I know if this is telling me what I think it's telling me? What I ended up doing for the analyst is I had him, instead of trying to fit everything into a single formula, a single calculated field, I had him break out each step and give it a clearly legible name. So I'm going to call this particular guideline use explicit, not implicit, measures. Here's an example. Let's say that you have a column of sales data. You've got the numbers going down, and then next to it says what you sold: apples, oranges, bananas, pineapples. And you wanted to know what percent of the whole pineapples made up of your data. It's not all that difficult to go through in a single calculation and say, give me the whole sales divided by sales where the label is pineapple. But what I would encourage you to do instead, because that's an implicit way of defining these measures, be explicit about it. Go ahead and make a measure that says sales of apples, and then make another one that is sales of bananas, and then another one that is sales of oranges. And when you do your percent of total, the formula is going to look like apples plus oranges plus pineapples divided by, right? So this way, instead of having to interpret what's going on and reading through the code, you have very easy, legible, explicitly named measures to go back to. Now, like most guidelines, there are some places where there are exceptions. So the exception in this case, I think, is if you're doing something and you're pretty sure no one is ever going to see it again, you don't necessarily have to break things out into steps. Even then, though, you never know, you might move on to some other position or some other project, and someone is going to have to come behind you, and you don't want them to hate you for all of eternity. Try and write things out as explicitly as you can. Quick recap on that idea. Make sure, if you're writing measures, that you are explicitly naming the individual steps instead of implicitly assuming that people will be able to read what it is you're writing. If you enjoyed today's episode, you are welcome to follow us on social media, and we would love to hear from you. If you've got comments, if you've got a best practice that's been stewing around in your head that you would like the BI community to know about, we would love for you to comment that below. You can also check us out on our website.